Hello, it's ARCA time. Encoding overloaded. My settings on my recording. That's something I need to mess with. Anyway, it is Legacy, Michigan. Whatever that means. Apparently it's not current Michigan. And even though I thought I owned Michigan, it made me buy this Legacy version. Kind of annoyed by that, but it was only $5. But what can you do? Looks like I'm the number 3 car in this field. That's not great. How many people do we have? 19. Is this the bottom split? It might actually be the second from the bottom, because there was triple-digit I ratings in the practice anyway. Moving on up just a little bit. Had a few decent races lately. I was in the 1200s when I made my return. I'm up into the 1400s now. Not that that really matters. Just needed clean races. Make sure this is all... Ooh, it's not.
The track temp's increasing. It's now 110 Fahrenheit.
I will not have qualifying pace, I don't think.
It takes it is clear.
But
Clear high.
maybe I'll have some race pace. It's been a while since I've been on a track like this. Just a big oval. It's a 2-miler, I think. And I will say it's easy to learn, but tricky to master. Tire wear is going to be king. To get a good qualifying lap in, you gotta not do that. But yeah, you gotta... I didn't mean to get so far down. Just trying to do like a little qualifying run up here, but I don't have enough time to even do anything, do I? Because I was too busy talking. I spent a little bit of time in practice. That's why I know my qualifying pace is going to be slow. Car doesn't want to turn. Feels different from practice, and that's not what I was hoping to have happen. But we're going to try to qualify up as far as we can, because I have a feeling this is going to be one of them runs where you would rather have track position from the start. So, let's try it. That felt all wrong. Did I forget to save this? No. I did not. I almost hit ready to race. Oh my. Oh my. I don't know if that's undoable. I don't think it is.
It exits clear. We have 2 laps to get the job done, mate.
It's a good thing I didn't do that, huh? So yeah, I ran the MX-5s at the Charlotte Roval earlier today. That video should be out already. If I don't see any reason why I would put this one out before that one. Really enjoying the road racing. This is about as far from that as you can get. Alright, concentrate.
The track temperature is increasing. It's now 111 Fahrenheit.
Green, green, green. Okay, here comes your first time lap.
Meant to keep it in that second groove kind of there. Failed at that. But even though you should get a good run up and be able to make your first lap, your hot lap, I was always better on the second lap. So for me, let's go with this. See where this puts us and then try harder in the next lap. 41.4 is my optimal lap. 40.4 would be a good lap, not 41.4. So that's how far I am off from the... rotation, which is good, but too much is gonna spin me out or put me in the wall. See, I had to let off just a little. I'm not that good at controlling it that loose. Now you're just seeing it that little time I gained bleed off down the backstretch instead of going up, which
New
is what you
fastest
really
lap
want.
for Marion, 40.8. The car in front has just done a 40.9.
That being said, this should be better.
The guy behind has just done a
All
41.1.
right, then checkered flag.
Alright, I'd fallen to 7th, and well, that puts me back up to 2nd, but I don't expect that to last. 40.8 though is better than I was able to do in practice, so that makes me happy. That means I did better there. Usually I choke a qualifying lap even though I'm not good to begin with. I do worse than I was able to practice because of nerves. I don't know. So, oh wow. This is good. This is a good sign because a lot of people have put in at least one lap. We're just waiting for John Carpenter and Rich Matthews. Rich Matthews is the number 1. Not that that means a whole lot because I'm the number 3. John Carpenter has put in at least one lap. So, the farthest we can fall is 4th. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I don't have much else to say, so I'm going to hit the pause button on my recording, and I'll meet you back for the grid up. We are back. Both John Carpenter and Rich Matthews managed to put in a lap faster than mine, so I fell to 4th. Honestly, it was when I lost the first spot, I was kind of like 3rd is where I want to be. The 4th is fine. I didn't want to be 2nd. I hate starting outside front row. So, I'm okay with all this. I was expecting to be middle to bottom 3rd. But I pulled out a much faster lap than I was able to practice at. And it could just be track conditions, but I mean, I was probably looking at somewhere here based on my practice pace. So now the goal is, I am notoriously bad at starts.
Line up on the outside. Pit road is closed.
I don't necessarily want to give up 8 spots and then have to claw my way back up. But I don't want to burn up my tires. I'm hoping this is a nice, clean race. What do we got, 25 laps? The most I did was a 15-lap run in practice. My tires were 90 on the right front, 92 on the left rear. Right front and right rear, I mean. I don't know what my left was. I don't know I'm saying left. I meant right. I'm going to have session last lap as my delta bar. So, I don't know if that meant I was under driving it for those 15 laps, because that felt like pretty decent. 10 more laps to go would have been a full race, but I was already feeling like the drop-off was big, time-wise. It's hard to say. I am not a pro at this, but it's very fun, and I'm looking forward to a race that hopefully is pretty calm.
You don't get any extra tire sets for this
The track
race.
temp is 130.
Should
The air
give
temp
my
is 78.
little swig of my drink.
25 laps.
25 laps. We're at 1 to green.
Follow car number
Try to get a good start.
02 in the outside lane.
Oh man, I always get nervous at the starts of these races. It's funny because I just ran the Mazdas and I wasn't nervous at the start of that at all, and I don't know why. I'm more experienced at this, though not that good. But with the Mazdas, it's more just like, yeah, whatever, I'm just gonna go and race and see what happens. Here it's like, oh man, I don't know. It's something I need to get over. I mean, I don't ever want to be like carefree out here where I'm just causing problems, but yeah, I think I'll start in 2nd gear. When I watch other people's videos, I wish I would pay attention to such things. I don't really think about it till it's almost time to start, and I'm like, where should I be? Let's see how this start goes. Try to watch the 4. Hopefully the 2 gets a decent start. Hopefully they're better than me
About to go green.
at outside front row starts. It's time to race.
Concentrate, be ready.
In.
Not good.
Go, go, go.
Green.
But if I can settle into fourth, I'll be happy. Okay. Get it out of the wall. Seems like it wanted to suck right on over there. One lap done. We do this 24 more times. I wouldn't be sad if I just hung out fourth the whole race. Drove that in too hard. Put more wheel into it than I wanted to, I think. Got a little bit of space behind me. What's nice about races like this is, you know, you might have people catching you, but it's not that hard to just let them by, or, you know, there's so much room. I would say to anyone who doesn't iRacing, these are easier tracks to get out there and not be terrible at. But there's still a lot of skill involved in being fast.
41.2.
I had to stab the brake a little there. I am pushing it too hard. Don't know why. Just the slightest bit. Yeah, I'm gonna lose a lot on this backstretch here. Slightest bit of extra wheel, or just driving it a little too hard. I mean, you might be able to get the lap.
Sorry, John.
0.5.
The lap back, but the tire wear is what's gonna kill you.
I didn't think you're gonna let off that early.
You hit him up there? I didn't see it.
The guy behind has just done a 40.8.
You can
All
see how
good.
much I lost in the last lap just by the delta here. And I'm paying for it by having somebody right on my behind. Like half a second, almost. But I'm not gonna fight him. I mean, I'll run my line. If he's behind me, he's behind me. But I'm not gonna do any defensive moves or blocks or anything stupid like that. If he gets underneath me, I'm just gonna let him clear me.
So far.
So he's making a move. And I'm struggling with a loose moment here. Probably look to dive it in here is my guess.
P4 inside. Clear low.
Looks like he hit me. I only know because of the car contact that came up. But he's free to race me for it too.
41.5. The guy ahead just posted a 41.1.
Well, I just blew the turn, so it's all his now.
Clear low. The gap in front is now 0.1.
Thought for a second he was going to hit the wall, which might have made me have to take evasive maneuvers. I'm not going to like go for the immediate pass back. Like we see all the time in other people's races. I mean, he was faster than me. He made the pass. Like if I stay on his rear the whole time, then yeah, we'll start thinking about ways to get back around him. But fighting side by side is just going to kill both of our times.
P5.
But I need to stop going in too hard, you know? Because now the next position, speaking of going in too hard, that was not good, and bye-bye leaders, and hello people behind me. Yeah, I'm not driving this well at all.
The gap behind is now 0.5.
Just gotta keep it straight. straight. That's not what I meant to say. Just keep it smooth and consistent.
Really?
This is so different from my last 2 ARCA races. South Boston, which was you're always dodging other cars, and Twin Ring West, which was a weird little short road course-like thing. Enjoyed them both, but they both couldn't be much different than this if they tried. But yeah, he's seeing me 0.3 faster than the previous lap. That's a lack of consistency. That's how you do poorly. We're about a third of the way through this race now.
You've just done a 41.8.
Starting to be smarter about how I'm trying to be smarter about how I roll out of the throttle and arc into the turn. So I got a train ready to go by me if I leave it open for him. Didn't do that one very well. Top 4 are pulling away.
That lap was a 41.8.
Number 9 has caught me for the most part. Part of me hopes I'm saving more than these guys, but I doubt it. But we'll see. We'll see if I start getting any of it back. I don't know how much draft matters, but I always try to kind of follow the cars ahead of me.
That was a 41.8.
Got into the wall. 5 or whatever the car in front of me is.
The gap in front is now 0.9.
Oh, there's a pass behind me. There's a dark blue car is farther in the rearview mirror now. Number 9, I think. So now we got the number 11, Greg Hammond. Related to Richard Hammond. Top Gear fame.
Marion is now in the lead.
Starting to use a little brake. I think it's helping me. Just a little. Might mess with that brake bias a little bit.
That was
really bad at making
41.9.
adjustments while driving. Lap cars fixing to make their presence known. I was able to get a couple clicks on there as my mouse hand was all shaky. I'm not going to worry about it till maybe we've cleared this lap car. Anybody being lapped right now had an incident. It's not necessarily that they're that slow, I would
We're halfway
imagine.
home. Fuel looks okay.
These aren't lap cars. Man, so I'm in 5th, not 4th. You guys are probably screaming, what is he talking about? There's no lap car in front of him. Which I'm actually glad about. I don't know why I thought there was a lap car there. I'm pleased that I have not lost these guys and I have gained behind me.
That last lap was at 42.3.
I don't have any practice with passing. I never do. I'm always so bad at it. I want to be below that seam, I don't think. So I got 0.9 behind me.
Great job. Here to go.
Your last lap time was at 42.3. Come outside. Still there. Clear high.
Side clear.
That felt good. I was just on the gas and I could hear him to my right, like feathering that throttle, like he was having a hard time getting it to turn.
Back in fourth position.
That felt good. That was a fun pass to make. But now he's right back upon me. I do not want to play this game where we swap back and forth. Having a lot of fun. Peppa car, getting them out, let the people see, waving to the kids. Funny thing about the whole Peppa mobile thing is I messed that corner up so bad. This was always because of my daughter. She likes Peppa Pig, but doesn't really watch Peppa anymore. But she'll still ask to make sure I'm driving the Peppa car in my racing. Typically she doesn't see me doing it because I only do it when she's not here, but a little loose there, which feels good. Means the car's turning. I'd rather have a little bit of loose than a freaking dump truck that won't turn.
That lap was at 42.6.
But do I have the talent to turn it that way? Looking faster than the 4, but what can I do about it? Nothing this lap because I took that really bad. But all of a sudden I got nothing behind me to worry about. Stay behind and keep the draft.
That lap time was 43.
I don't know how much it matters, but if it matters anything more than 0, then it's silly not to take it, right? I don't think it's hurting me any by being behind him. I had a brief moment where I thought maybe I would be reeling in the top 3, but now that moment's kind of passed in my head. But I wouldn't mind getting a podium here. I would consider that very nice. I feel like we have a better run than the 4
Track
here,
temperature's
but
increasing.
not close
It's
enough
now
to
118
do anything with it.
Fahrenheit.
Oh, this is ticking by too fast. You know you're doing well in a race
To go.
That lap time was 42.9.
when you don't want it to end. Sometimes I'm like, oh, why isn't it the last lap yet? I don't know why I followed him in this higher lane. Where's he going? Oh, did he like lose control? Well, that was made a little bit too easy. Feel bad for his misfortune, but I am not going to complain about the position, that's for sure. We have 4 laps to go here.
Push, get second place here.
Well, way I'm gonna get second is if they
Just done a 42.9.
totally botch it, I think.
The gap to Matthews ahead is now 1.8 seconds.
Yeah, 1.8, 1.4, 2, whatever it is. I'm not getting that 3 laps unless they have a real hard time. That being said, as long as I keep this under me, I think I got 3rd place locked up. And I would be very, very, very pleased with 3rd place.
You've just done a 42.8.
Keep my iRating slowly climbing a little bit and get out of the bottom. I'll lose control. Darn that, but it was a little loose in the middle and then it pushed to the wall, probably because I had to catch it a little bit. According to race labs, I'm gaining on 2nd, but like I said, there's not enough time to do anything with it. It's probably one of those cases where I underdrove the race, and in a higher split, obviously I would have been left in the dust probably, but
Let's go.
2 to go. Keep it together. We'll be on the podium. The lap time was at 42.8. Okay, Justin. That's good consistency. Keep it up.
I feel like I wasted quite a few of my early laps not getting my crap together. But it is what it is. Yeah, I'm gaining, but just ever so slightly.
White flag. One more lap to go.
That's okay. I got 3.5 behind me.
Last lap. Bring it on home. That lap was at 42.7.
Yeah, I'm definitely gaining on the 2nd place car anyway. But too little, too late. I'm not complaining about a 3rd place.
You're reeling. Matthews. The gap is now 0.8.
Took that one terribly, but I was kind of in the mindset of it's pretty much over, just don't bin it. All right. I will take it.
We're on the podium. Good drive.
Checkered flag.
I am
checkered
happy with
flag.
that.
Good job, guys.
Great
Nice
job.
racing.
You did really well.
That's right. 99. Good race.
Good racing, everyone.
I mean, good race. I mean.
All right, let's get off the track before anyone can come flying in and hit us. Look at these results. 0x is exactly what I needed for my safety rating. Starting to climb out of the danger zone there. And a 3rd place. 2 seconds almost behind 1st, 1 behind 2nd. But a pretty good gap to people with some issues. All right, let's look at the laps and see what happened out there. Excuse me. Yay. Oh, that wasn't good. I don't know if this is going to be much for me to have a thumbnail. I'm okay with races where I have a hard time finding an exciting thumbnail. What happened behind me? Looks like the head of hit that. I almost did the same thing. 10 stuck to the wall. 13 slightly into the wall. Blink. 8 can't get it to turn. Try to remember to check my tires. I hardly ever remember to do that at the end of the race. I'm curious I'm guessing I could have probably pushed harder. We're going to skip through this quicker. Yeah, I had repassed the 5 at this point, I think. Yeah, we're closer to the end than the beginning. That gave me a lot of room to not worry about behind me. Curious to see what happened to the car that was ahead of me. That allowed me to get 3rd place. One was struggling to get it to turn. Just kind of track that doesn't lend itself to much excitement like that, but that's good. 77.84. I feel like I could probably push it a little harder if I remember correctly from watching like the top ARCA dogs. They usually had a little more wear than that, but it worked for the strength of field I was in. Let's just say that. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you in the next one.